Hey, Mojo friends, welcome back to another episode of Monday Morning Mojo and a brand new series I'm calling Mojo Moves. I'm Anna, and each week I'll be sharing one powerful shift you can make to boost your success, your leadership, and your fulfillment as an entrepreneur. These are the moves that over time will create unstoppable momentum. And today's Mojo move is own your energy before you own the day. Here's the thing, your energy will walk into the room before you do. Clients, opportunities, even unexpected blessings are all influenced by the energy you carry. So when you're grounded, clear, and intentional, you tend not to react to life, you just lead it. Your energy affects everything: how you make decisions, how you lead conversations, and how people experience you. Energy is a currency. If you invest it wisely, it will pay you back in clarity, confidence, and impact. And here's the truth, I've learned the hard way. If you don't claim your energy at the start of the day, someone or something else will. So, what happens when we don't own our energy? We get reactive instead of proactive. We make decisions from fear instead of clarity. We spin our wheels and stay busy without being effective. And we tend to attract chaos instead of calm opportunities. Have you ever had one of those days where everything just felt hard? Chances are it wasn't just the tasks or the events happening around you. It might have come from the energy you were carrying into them. I can remember times when I've rushed around and felt really frazzled throughout the day. I'm moving from one big meeting to another. My mind is racing, my emotions are high. And before I could even open my mouth, I think the tension was probably pretty palpable. And there were days where it felt like nothing was working. The deals weren't closing fast enough. I oftentimes didn't feel prepared. And I think it's because my energy was scattered. Now, on the flip side, I've had more days, thankfully, where I could say I have taken the time to be intentional. I've taken the time to center myself first thing in the morning. And when I have those days, everything flows differently. I feel like I'm not really chasing the day. I feel like I'm really more leading the day. And that's my goal for you, is to help you find a way to own the day and lead the day so that you can move throughout your schedule with confidence and clarity and some calm. So, I want to share with you 3 ways to own your energy. And I'm going to make this very simple and break it down for you. So, the first way is how we start our day, or to look at our first few moments of the morning. And honestly, it doesn't even have to take a lot of time. It could take as little as 10 minutes, as long as those 10 minutes are just for you. So that means before you pick up your phone, before you talk to anyone else, if it's possible to give yourself just 10 uninterrupted minutes for you. And you can use that time to do something meaningful, to do something like journaling. It could be to sit mindfully and enjoy your favorite cup of coffee. It could be stretching in silence. It could be affirmations. Whatever feels right for you, that's great. And just to really take the 10 minutes for you. And I think that can really set the tone for the day. Another way that you can own your energy is to just really become more mindful and awareness of your own thoughts. And especially if you can choose your first thought of the day. If you can get into practice of having an intention set before you even put your feet on the floor, if you can ask yourself a powerful question before you brush your teeth, like it could be a question around what you want to achieve today, who you want to be today, or who you want to help today. If it's an affirmation, which we all know an affirmation is a positive statement that is spoken in the present tense. So an affirmation could sound like this: I lead my life with clarity and courage. I choose to make today a productive day. I intend to stay in control of my thoughts and actions throughout the day. Those first thoughts really set the tone for everything else. And then the third way that you can truly own your energy is to protect your input. My husband and I made a decision a long time ago that we were just not going to watch the news anymore. We read the news, we read what we find to be credible and important news sources and industry papers as well. But I have to say, we have chosen not to watch the news in our home anymore. That's our own personal decision, but it's because we felt like we needed to protect what was being inputted into our minds. And so I just want to put that out to you as well. How can you protect your input? How can you really be mindful of the information you're consuming, especially first thing in the morning? If you could choose to nourish your mind at least for a few minutes every day before the rest of the world comes in, right? Before the noise starts flooding in, which is in some sense could be unavoidable. But if you were intentional about protecting your input and being mindful of that first information you're consuming by choosing what you're reading, listening to, or watching, how could that really create a positive change for you and really help you to stay more in control of your feelings and more in control of your thoughts? So, those three ways are simple and can be done first thing in the morning to help you own your energy. How you spend your first 10 minutes, choosing your first thoughts before your feet hit the floor, and how to protect your input. In other words, what you're watching and reading. If you could really think about what you want for your life, if you could move through your first 10 minutes of every day with more intention, if you could really be more grounded, clear, calm, and powerful, as you begin to have more days where you greet the day on your terms, what would life look like? Even just thinking about that right now, how does it feel in your body? What kind of decisions would you make from a place of more clarity? What kind of opportunities might you attract from a vibration that is higher than what you've been experiencing lately? So here's your challenge for this week. I want to challenge you to spend the first 10 minutes of your morning owning your energy. Before you check your phone, your email, or write a to do list, I want you to make a decision about how you will spend the first 10 minutes of your morning every day. And I want to challenge you to do that for 5 consecutive days and notice the shifts. Notice the shift in your focus, your mood, your leadership. Notice how you are able to handle adversity. Notice how you might think a little differently. Leadership begins with self leadership. So we know it always starts with how we manage ourselves. And I think we have to be honest that as entrepreneurs, energy is our edge. And I just don't think we talk about this enough because I think we talk about a lot of the tactical ways to become more successful or to grow a business or to attract more followers. We talk about how to overcome someone's objections. We talk about how to become better negotiators, how to think with more strategy, how to create all the goals. Yet it starts with us and it has to start with our own mindset and absolutely our energy. Energy can't be destroyed nor created. Energy is just transferred. So, how can you harness more energy and how can you approach your day with that focus and that clarity so that you create the edge that will help you to be more strategic, more successful, a better negotiator, a stronger leader? And again, I think it starts with this conversation because energy is your edge. Thank you for being here to listen to this today. I'm proud of you for doing this work because I do hear from so many of you. I get feedback all the time about how the podcast has helped you or supported you or changed your life in some way. I love hearing how people are implementing what they're hearing on Mojo. And I just feel like this is a great opportunity for us to connect and for us to really talk about the things that matter. And so I'm proud of you for doing the work. And when you own your energy, you own your power. And when you own your power, you shape your life intentionally. And I've always said that my mission in life is to live my life by design and never by default. And I love helping other people do the same. So, if you found that this was helpful, if you've loved today's episode, it would mean the world if you shared it with a friend. And if you could also leave a review, I appreciate that so much. And I want to hear how this is working for you and how these small little shifts are making big changes in everything that you're experiencing. So I definitely enjoy hearing from you. And I'll meet you back here next Monday for the next Mojo Move. But until then, go create your magic.